Are your vaccinations up to date? Do you even know what Medicare covers for vaccinations? And which part of Medicare covers vaccinations? Medicare Part B, they only cover 4. So are they the 4 that you need? So Medicare insurance is great. It covers everything that's medically necessary. Although they do have this quite long and quite scary disclosure after all the services that they say they cover on Medicare.gov, and it reads, your doctor or other healthcare provider may recommend you get services more often than Medicare covers, or they may recommend services that Medicare doesn't cover. If this happens, you may have to pay some or all of the costs. Ask questions so you understand why your doctor is recommending certain services and whether Medicare will pay for them. Well, that's really hard to ask because I'll be honest, many doctors, they're not versed in the insurance lingo or in your insurance plan. They may accept hundreds of insurance plans from hundreds of different individuals, ranging from the Affordable Care Act plans all the way up to Medicare, Medicaid, VA services, TRICARE. So how do you really know which vaccinations of these are covered? Well, Medicare makes it quite simple. They cover these 4. So since 2020, when the COVID-19 vaccination was developed, Part B of Medicare covers COVID-19, the flu vaccination, H1N1, and the pneumococcal vaccination. Sometimes, if you meet certain criteria, they will also pay for the hepatitis B vaccination. Now, these vaccines are all covered under Part B, and what that means is you have to get these vaccinations from a provider who accepts Medicare Part B. In addition to that, you also have to make sure that you meet criteria and that the place that you go to, the physician, is going to be the one administering it to you, or at least that's the way they're going to bill it. If you try to get these services through Part D, and that's the prescription drug plan, or sometimes goes through Part C, utilizing the drug plan portion of the plan, your insurance will not cover it. Because it's covered under a different part of Medicare, and you'll get this denial letter saying that your vaccination was denied because it's covered on another part of Medicare. Well, what about the shingles vaccination? You know, I hear lots of people need the shingles vaccination. You need 2 shots. Is that not covered at all? It is covered, but it's covered under the other part of Medicare, the Part D portion, which means that if you get Part D drug plan, first you have to have one of those. And secondly, many prescription drug plans have a deductible. And the shingles vaccination, Shingrix or whatever iteration brand that you folks get the shingles vaccination through, usually it's going to be a tier 3, 4, sometimes maybe even tier 5, who knows? It really depends on the prescription drug plan you pick. And if it's in those tiers, most times you'll have to pay through that deductible. And the deductible is just about $480 as of 2022. Now, how much does the shingles vaccination cost? Oh, I've seen in Hawaii and in other parts of the country, each shot of the shingles vaccine can range anywhere between $120 to $180. Now, those are rough numbers depending on the pharmacy you go to. The way that the drug plan handles it, it could be far more or even far less, but that does really depend on your plan. So you need to do a little more homework to find out how much of the vaccination is covered, how they determine if you're eligible for coverage, so that you can get it covered properly. All right, so that concludes the quick video about Medicare and vaccinations. If you want to learn more about Medicare, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one where we talk about Medicare insurance and how I believe that original Medicare is probably the best insurance plan you can get in America.